So what are you doing out here?
There is a legend in the jungles of the Amazon of a tree that heals all. It could change the world, but if it gets into the wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. I believe that the legend is real.
Which it's not.
And I'm gonna find it.
Which you won't.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
Homies, welcome back to another Dirtbag review. So check it out. It's been a minute, homies. I'm sorry for that. I apologize profusely, Holmes. But for you guys, I have something special today. It's a movie I just recently watched. In fact, I just barely watched it last night. And man, I haven't been to an actual theater in a very long time, homies. In fact, I haven't really, you probably noticed that I don't do too many modern movies, you know, because lately it seems like there's so much like politics involved in like stuff, you know, and I just don't really want to get into that, you know, because it's not really my style, you know. I always told you guys I would not review a movie I didn't like. I want to tell you about good movies that I want you guys to go enjoy, you know what I mean? So anyway, so this is the first time that on this channel that I will be doing a review for a modern in the theater right now movie. I think it's been out for like a month, but you know, things pass me by all the time, homies. You know, I'm always behind the curve on something, you know, I live in the past. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about this movie. It's Jungle Cruise. Came out this year, 2021. All right, it's directed by Joem Collet Sierra. I think I said that right. And it stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Only he's going by Dwayne Johnson now. You know, he doesn't go by The Rock, but we all know he's The Rock, right? And we all know, we can all smell what he's cooking, Holmes. So anyway, he plays Frank Wolf, the skipper of the Jungle Boat cruise boat. And then we got Emily Blunt as Lily Holden, an adventurous explorer lady trying to find a certain thing out in the Amazon. Sorry, I'm not gonna get in depth because I don't want to do any spoilers, right? So I'm not gonna go too crazy on like into the movie, you know, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Anyway, Jack Whitehall as McGregor Holden, which is Lily's brother, you know, and he's always out with her, you know. He's got her back, you know, even though it's not really his gig, you know. And then we got Edgar Ramirez as Gire. He's a conquistador from over 400 years ago. That's also tied into the story of the movie, you know. And then we got Jesse Plemons as Prince Joachim. I believe that's how he pronounces it. You know, he's a German prince of from, you know, the Kaiser times. And then we got Veronica Falcone as Trader Sam, which if you guys ever been on the Jungle Cruise rides, they have Trader Sam out there. He's also the namesake for the tiki bars that are at Disneyland and Disney World. So see, I got this from you can find this in over there at Trader Sam's. It's original. I don't think you can get this one, but they have, like, you know, tiki mugs that come out all the time. There you go, it says it on the bottom too. Trader Sam's enchanted tiki bar. Sorry, can't read today. So yeah, so they gender swap, but that's fine, you know. It's still a great character in the movie. And then finally we have Paul Giamatti, who's always a joy, as Nilo Nimolato. Nilo Nimolato. There we go. Nilo Nimolato. All right. He plays an Italian man who owns basically all the other riverboats, and it's kind of a loan shark kind of deal down in Brazil, where they have the where the Jungle Cruise takes place. So anyway, this you know, this movie does harken back to a lot of other things. It gives you a lot of feels. And I mean, obviously, it's based off of a roller coaster, homies. So it's a water ride, man. You know, so they had to, you know, get real creative with it, which I appreciate, you know. But it's got a lot of I would say nods to other franchises. It's got like, I was talking to a friend, and it has a real, like, the Mummy vibe from, like, you know, the Mummy with Brendan Fraser. It's got a real vibe like that, but it also has a lot of Indiana Jones in there, you know, like that high adventure. Well, not high adventure, but you know, like the yesteryears, like the early 1900s adventures, you know, that we've seen, you know, like throughout the years, like The Librarian, and, you know, like just a lot of those old adventure movies, you know, from back in the day. And then it's also it's got a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean vibe too, but I think it's just because, you know, like the intro. Oh, and you know, okay, one spoiler, just because this is really cool. So they actually open the movie playing Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, but it's in Spanish guitar style, and it's amazing, homies. You guys gotta check it out, alright? But the reason I was saying, it was like, it felt a little bit like Pirates of the Caribbean, because, like, no lie, homies, like, I didn't realize that it wasn't a trailer, and then all of a sudden I see this boat, and they're playing this, like, cool, like, you know, Spanish guitar, like, you know, kind of like how they did with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, you know? And but it turned out to be the actual movie, you know, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was a very gripping story. I mean, if you guys ever been on the ride in Disneyland or Disney World, you'll know that the skipper of the boats are constantly making dad jokes and puns, you know. And The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, you know, he's good at it, man. He's just snappy, you know. And I recently found out that he actually surprise skippered a boat. I think it was in Disneyland. But so, you know, he's like, you know, I have yet to see a movie where he's in that I don't like, you know. So I'm kind of gushing a little bit, fanboying over here, but you know, he's a great actor and he's entertaining, you know. It was a good movie. Emily Blunt was brilliant. The other thing I wanted to get to about this, I know, okay, I said I don't like to talk politics style stuff, you know, but like, I mean, a lot of movies lately, I've been like watching or hearing like other people talk about them, and they'll be like, oh, well, you know, it's all girl power, and like, you know, like Mary Sue this and Mary Sue that, you know. There was none of that here, you know. Like, she had her flaws, she wasn't perfect, she grew in her role, in my opinion, you know. And it's definitely worth it, you know. She didn't do everything, you know. There was plenty of Dwayne doing his thing, and then you had McGregor doing his thing too, you know. It was a really tight cast. It was real fun, you know. And like I said, it's just definitely worth your time to go check it out. I'm sorry, it's really hard to tell you about this movie without spoiling any, because like, it has so many twists, just like the Amazon River, homies. You gotta check it out. But anyway, if you do, guys, check it out. Do me a favor, drop me a comment and tell me what you guys think, you know, because I don't know, man. Like I said, like, people were kind of complaining about it a little bit. I saw online, you know, later on. I was just curious to see what everybody else had to say about it, because I liked it, you know. But like, I think people have just gotten so bitter about how things have gotten so weird lately, you know. They can't just like have a good thing and just enjoy a good thing, you know. So I hope that you guys enjoy this as a good thing, you know. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends, because sharing is caring. The channel's growing like almost daily now. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, man. All right. So anyway, I los guacho firme, homes.